What's up guys, Bloodshed here, and I'm happy to report Blizzard decided to give us a mid-PTR patch. So as we know, the PTR is 2 weeks long, and we weren't sure if they were going to give us a patch. It does take effort on their part to, I guess, re-engineer, upload, and bug fix, patch everything, you know, but it worked out. Yesterday we got a patch on the live servers that made all the sets a little bit better in different ways, and we're going to cover that today. We also got an end date for season 19, which is going to be March 1st. Let me bring it up here on the official Twitter page, as you can see. Let me zoom in even more. Oh yeah. Season 19 ends March 1st, which is pretty awesome. You got plenty of time to play Wolcen for a little bit, or to finish up your seasonal goals in Diablo. I still want to hit 3K for the first time in a season. Not a big Paragon grinder. I'm more into builds and synergies with items and stuff like that, like, you know, how things work, tinker around. But I might try to push for 3K before the season ends in March. Anyway, the changes are highlighted in red, so let's scroll down till we see some of that blood red. Yeah, changes to the PTR have been denoted in red. We didn't get a start date for next season, I don't think yet. As soon as it does, I'll make a video or get the information to you guys as well. So we already know about the patch notes. Currently, it says we're not convinced that this change has fully reined in the Crusader performance to be more in line with other classes. Oh, they're thinking even with the stutter stepping, Crusader might still be overpowered. I mean, I think the best RGKs, at least, you know, before this patch went live, was probably Hydra Wizard and Crusader and Corpse Lance Necro were all contenders. So yeah, we'll be continuing to keep an eye on non-overall Crusader performance, as well as performance among other classes, as well as we move into 268 and beyond. Ooh, okay. We know there's going to be at least another content patch because we have the Necro and the Demon Hunter sets coming in season 21. Witch Doctor, Spirit Barrage, Phantasm. The periodic attacks from Spirit Barrage, Phantasm are now twice as slow, but twice as powerful. I mean, so the way I read it is it's not a nerf, it's a complete wash. It just attacks slower but hits harder, so it's like balanced out that way. The only thing is it was a crazy good RGK because of the attack speed and everything, so we're going to see how that functions. One thing I think it does is help combat the lag specifically. You know, the Witch Doctor's Spirit Barrage have been good even in previous seasons, but nobody would take them because it would lag so much. There's so much spell effects and calculations for the server that it would definitely cause lots of lag in 4-man, high levels anyway. So maybe this is to help combat lag. Hopefully this gives them... Hopefully it's better for them overall. We have to actually run tests and see how it goes. Barbarian, developers note, we wanted to provide an alternative method to gaining benefit of the 2-piece bonus. Horde of the 90 Savages, adding in a Frozen as an option allows this benefit to work on bosses. Provides an alternative gearing option. Yes, yes. They took our advice, man. We can use the Azarath now. And it should work better in groups without having to remove an option for play. 2-piece, double the effectiveness. Okay. Feared and frozen enemies take double damage. We read these patch notes on stream yesterday, and my live reaction was, it's not the taunt mechanic, which we asked for, but the frozen mechanic is kind of like like, you know, barbs are from Sescheron, like the cold mountains, right? So that kind of makes sense too. And you can use Echoing Fury and Azarath. That's what I'm thinking. We're going to run some tests before I make... This is why I waited for my build videos, by the way, right? Yeah, I think it would be roughly the same type of build, but we'd add Azarath, and then maybe instead of Mortix Brace, you go Ancient Parthen Defenders, and you'd be tankier because you'd be always having something frozen, right? So if you have a few things frozen, you can have multiple damage reductions going at a time. Possibly. Oh, and they buffed the 4-piece. Thanks, Blizzard's listening, man. Yeah, I said the 4-piece needed some more damage. I did suggest 8% to make it in line with the Wizard said, but hey, 6% is something, right? That'll give us a little bit more tankiness each stack. So I mean, that's what, 1 times 10, so that's 10 more damage reduction total. The set didn't get a buff, but with the frozen mechanic, we might be doing more damage often because they're going to be frozen often. Like the Azarath is like, what, 50% chance? Oh no, that's oh, that Frosties. Oh, okay, maybe Frosties then. I was thinking about Frosties. Yeah, we have to look at it. We have to test it and see how it goes. and find the best way to cause freeze. And they still take feared, so you could use both, right? Witch Doctor. Developers note, many of the changes we made for the Witch Doctor focus on improving the set's survivability and server performance. Oh, okay, so we were right. Yeah, server performance. We also improved the behavior of Big Bad Voodoo. Oh, hell yeah. This is my feedback was, can you make the radius bigger or make it follow better? It should be much less likely to be left behind. Yeah, no BBV left behind. The 2-piece, Big Bad Voodoo will now follow you more closely. Oh my God, we have to test this across zones and correctly in groups. Very nice. I gotta test it. The 4-piece bonus, gain 60% damage reduction. So they took our advice. That's awesome, dude. So they bumped it by another 10, just like they did with Barbarian. So, hey man, that helps. You know, we squishy boys out here. So 6-piece bonus, Spirit Barrage deals damage to equal. So it used to be 100 times, now it's 50% of your mana regen per second. This actually isn't a buff or a nerf, it's rewarding to make the functionality more clear. Okay. Okay, so it used to be 100 times your mana regen, now it's 50% of your mana regen. I don't know, it says it's not a nerf, so we'll have to see. The jury's out on this one. The Barber is now classified as a ceremonial knife, which with a base attack speed of 1.4. I think it was a ceremonial knife, but like the internal wasn't 1.4 like Vu's Juicer, so they fixed it. This is just like a nice quality of life change in a way. When you stop casting, okay, that's old. We're looking for the red changes. Gazing Demise, PTR change. The attack rate granted to Manitou Specters has been slightly reduced. Okay, so this is an actual nerf. But the set was the strongest out of the 3. It needed survivability issues, which they addressed it a little bit with 10%, and the attack rate has been slightly. So this is definitely a nerf. But they hit harder now too, right? So, oh, this is huge. Somebody told me this on stream yesterday. You can use Ring of Emptiness, which is like huge. It's 300%. This is like the Necromancer's Crispins. This is the huge damage increase. You can get this buff with either Haunt or Locust Swarm. So now that you don't have to carry Locust Swarm, you can carry things like Horrify to get armor, or carry other spells that give you damage reduction, like Zombie Dogs even if you wanted, right? So you get damage reduction with the ability to carry more abilities. That's awesome. This is a really good change, and something I even thought about. We've had Ring of Emptiness in the game forever. It's always worked this way. I never thought about making it not work this way. And that's less things to click on. You do have a lot of stuff it's a very active playstyle. This kind of slows it down a little bit, so it's not so crazy, and you can focus on survivability. This is a beautiful change. So great changes for Witch Doctor all around, I'd say. Oh no, the wallet text for Wizards, man. Wizards encountered a lot of bugs with its new class set, so please make sure to check the bug fixes, okay? We did consider adding another skill to Typhon's Veil, but we believe there's more work to do on legendary options to make oh, okay, so a lot of people are complaining that we don't want another channeling build, but I don't think it's that much of a channeling build. If you watch my PTR video, it's only like half channeling because you're moving, positioning, all that stuff. You're not just standing there taking damage unless you're using maybe the Orb of Infinite Depth or something. There's ways you can be a full channeling build, but the way I play it is with shields and I'm kiting and stuff. But they're saying like in the future, they might make other options for Typhon's Veil that you can use, other weapon options. But for right now, it's gonna go live as is, it looks like. So my suggested change was to remove this mechanic altogether, but it looks like it says heads cannot die more than once every 2 seconds. So that does increase the viability and slows it down a lot. So that's a step in the right direction. The 6-piece Hydra's deal, hey, yo, that 20% bump. 1200% increased damage for each Hydra head alive. This is great. This will balance it out more in line with the Lon version. So my thought process was Lon, sorry about this, is around 10K. It's not, right? The set bonus is around 10K, and the Typhon, Typhon, Typhon is 10K, or it was 10K. Now it's 12K. So my thought process was, you're never going to get higher than 10K. You can only go down from here. So it doesn't make sense when you lose Hydra heads. And Lon is always here says, why would you ever play Typhon, right? So my suggestion was to have a seesaw mechanic to where you could go to 12K, a 20% bump, and then Lon will never get to 12K, right? Lon will never get to 12K, Typhon can now. But you can also go below the Lon bonus. So it has more of a seesaw mechanic. So now you're like trying to fight to keep the heads alive to do more damage than Lon, but sometimes you don't because you're going to get hit and things are going to happen. So now it's way more interesting because now you're battling this, like the heads are getting slayed and you're trying to keep them alive and recast them. And Lon's the consistent version, which you should still be able to use Mammoth. But it's way more interesting now because now it's stronger than Lon, but not always, right? It's like a trade-off mechanic. I love that. Whoa, the Serpent Sparker got nerfed and the Magistrate got nerfed. So this should bring it in line with Lon. Yeah, I was thinking about going the opposite direction. I was thinking about going buffing, but this does bring it more in line. So now they should be dead even, I think. The only thing is this might hurt the viability in group play. It doesn't look good for Wizard group play, but needs more testing for sure. I can't imagine this beats like Crusader for RGK now, but it should be a dope solo push build and really fun. And it shouldn't be a nerf for the set. The set should be hitting around the same. You lost about 150. You lost about 300% damage, you could say, right? 450. Yeah, you lost about 300 damage from your weapons, but you gained 200 from your set bonus. So the set should be fine. With 1,000 Paragon, we did a 115 with Hydra. That should be okay. It's just the Lon should be more even also. So it kind of nerfed Lon in a way. It balanced them out for sure. Okay. Fixed the bug where Grim Harvest would not activate. That's good. Demon Hunter fixed an issue where Ingeon would not properly dropping for Demon Hunters. Lots of wizard changes. Arcane Dynamo should now properly apply to extra heads. Oh, that's good. That wasn't working properly. Fixed a bug where active shields would not prevent Hydra heads from dying while utilizing Typhon's Veil. Oh, nice. So they fixed the shield bug because the heads would drop off when it's not even your fault. Just like, remember Squirt's Necklace used to drop off all the time. So that's a great change. Fixed a bug where Arcane Torrent would get extra damage from Edge Sigil. Yeah, thank God. Yeah, thank God. I think they're in the process of clearing the leaderboard. So you'll see a cleaner leaderboard that makes more sense. Fixed a bug where Frost Hydra was getting a damage bonus instead of attack speed. Nice. Oh my God. Yeah. This is one of the biggest changes right here. Dank Meme's Bag of Fortune. Dank Meme is a PTR vendor, if you guys don't know, to help us gear out faster. You can now get bounty crafting materials, or crafting materials in general. Crafting materials from the PTR vendor. So that is an amazing quality of life change. I can't wait to not have to do bounties on the PTR. I spent so many hours doing bounties on the PTR, and thank God it's over now. The PTR started on the 6th, so we have to the 20th. If they stay true to their word, right? We have till Thursday the 20th for the PTR, so I'm definitely going to get PTR hours in. I might try to get online with Wilson a few more of these days, but I'm definitely going to get PTR videos and testing and all that stuff for you guys. Definitely stay tuned to the channel for more updates. Don't forget the season ends on March 1st. Get out there, get your goals, get your pet, little Tyrael pet before next season begins. Thank you guys so much for watching. Shout out to my patrons, my Twitch subs for the support. Tons of links in the description. I have a whole library of builds on my Patreon page to choose from. And yeah, that's going to be all for me today. This is the Bloodshed, and I'm out of here. Peace.